Hello students, welcome back to 11th session on analysis of financial statements. In this session also we are concentrating on additional problems on financial statement analysis. Just look at this fourth problem. Following is the balance sheet of RE Limited as on 31/12/2010. We have liabilities and we have assets. Means we have full balance sheet. So we need to prepare a common size balance sheet. So we need to prepare common size balance. Third problem was common size income statement. Fourth problem was common size balance sheet. So you know that there is a proper way to arrange items of assets and liabilities when you go for common size statement or comparative statement, whatever it is. So we will just start with shareholders fund, which is share capital, reserves, profit and loss account balance, 2 lakh, 60, 70, 3 lakh 30,000. We will fill the amount column first, value in percentage we will fill it later. So plus long-term liability, there is only one long-term liability, 80,000. Total long-term liability is also 80,000. Current liability, there is only one current liability, that is creditors, 90,000. Total current liability is 90,000. So shareholders fund plus long-term liability plus current liability. So total liability and capital of the firm is 5 lakh. So once we calculate total liability, means once we arrange items till total liability, considering liability side as items as it is, so we can calculate value in percentage. You know that under common size balance sheet, each and every liability is compared with total liability because total liability is considered as 100. So here 5 lakh is considered as 100. So if 5 lakh is 100, what is 2 lakh, which is 40%. If 5 lakh is 100, what is 60,000? It is 12%. If 5 lakh is 70, what is 5 lakh is 100, what is 70? It is 14%. So total shareholders fund is 66% of total liability and capital. Then if 5 lakh is 100, what is 80? It is 16%. If 5 lakh is 100, what is 90? It is 18%. So total long-term liability is 16% of total liability and capital, and total current liability is 18% of what is that? Total liability and capital. So when you put together long-term and short-term liability, which is 34% of total liability and capital. So 34 plus 66 is 100 only. So because we consider total liability and capital as 100. So this is how we need to prepare common size balance sheet based on liability side item. Here in this problem, as we have full balance sheet, we need to concentrate even on asset side. When we are arranging items on asset side, as we started with share capital, we can start with non-current assets. So we have building and plant. Total non-current asset or fixed asset is 2,71,500. Then current assets, we have debtors, stock, cash. Total current assets is 2,28,500. So total non-current asset plus total current asset is equal to total asset, which is 5 lakh. Once we calculate this, then we need to concentrate on next column, that is value in percentage, because this 5 lakh is considered as 100. If 5 lakh is 100, what is 140? It is 28%. What is 1,31,500? It is 26.3. So total fixed asset of the organization is 54.3% of total assets. So then debtors is 19%, stock is 12.7%, cash is 14% of total assets. So total current asset is 45.7% of total assets. So 54.3, which is a non-current assets, 45.7, which is current asset. Sum of that is total asset, which we have already considered as 100. Try to understand, when you go for preparing common size income statement or common size balance sheet, so we need to arrange the items in particular column. We should be very cautious. We can start with current asset, no problem. Current asset, investment, non-current asset, total asset. If you start with current asset, you have to start with current liability side. Current liability, long-term liability, shareholders fund. If you start with shareholders fund, better to start with, you need to start with non-current assets on asset side. So this is the way in which we need to prepare common size what statement balance sheet. So let me move towards last problem, I think so. From the following trial balance of C Limited, prepare common size financial statement. So closing stock is 30,000, depreciate building by 2%, machinery by 10%, furniture by 10%. This is what the problem. So we have trial balance. So where we have information of all assets, liabilities and expenses and income under head debit balance and credit balance. Try to understand. So we have trial balance. Trial balance total is 2,20,000. We need to separate balance sheet items from income statement items or profit and loss account item, because they what they asked, we need to prepare common size financial statement based on the following data. We have data of balance sheet, we have data of profit and loss account. So we need to separate. We know how to separate it. So now common size income statement. Income statement should start with sales. We have sales data 10 lakh, which is considered as 100. So minus direct cost, material is there, wages is there, 45 and 11,000, contribution is 44,000, minus office expenses and depreciation. We need to depreciate building by 2% and other two assets by 10%. Total depreciation is 2,300. So contribution minus operating expenses is operating efficiency, which is EBIT, which indicates operating efficiency, which is 24,700. We do not have more data to calculate net profit, because we have data of sales, data of material, wages and other indirect operating expenses. So we can calculate only EBIT. So we know that we need to consider sales as 100. If 10 lakh is 100, what is 45,000, which is 45% of sales. Wages, which is 11% of sales. So total contribution is total contribution is 100 minus 45 minus 11, that is 44% of 100. So then total office expenses, office overhead is 17% of sales, depreciation is 2.3% of sales. So contribution minus office overhead minus depreciation will arrive at the operating profit, which is 24.7% of sales. So operating profit of the organization is 24.7% of sales, as sales is considered as 100. So this is how to prepare common size income statement. Here we need to concentrate on two things. One is 45,000. The other one is on building, how we calculated depreciation on building, machinery and furniture, which I explained in the form of a note. See, sales minus direct cost. Direct cost are material, wages or any other direct expenses in the form of manufacturing expenses. So here we have opening stock of material, we have closing stock of material, we have material purchased. So when we have all this information, see in the previous problem it was not the case. I think in third problem where we had only material. But here that is not the case. Here opening stock is given, closing stock is given in additional information and purchases is given. If that is the case, we need to deduct from sales material consumed. How to calculate material consumed? Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock is material consumed, which is 45,000 should be deducted from sales to arrive at contribution. If there is any other direct expenses like wages, manufacturing expenses, that also need to be deducted. So this is how I arrived at 45,000. Then as far as depreciation is concerned, on 25,000 2% is 500, on 15,000 10% is 1,500, on 3,000 10% is 300. This is how I calculated depreciation. So as a note, I had shown you how I arrived at what is that depreciation as well as material cost. It is material cost means material consumption cost. Try to understand. Now we need to prepare common size balance sheet. We know that there is a way to arrange the item. Shareholders fund, then non-current liability, then current liability, total liability, then non-current assets, investment if any, then current assets, total current assets, total assets. Try to understand. So let me arrange the item first, then we will go for calculating amount in percentage. So capital 1 lakh, share premium 6,000, general reserve 1,000, profit which is EBIT. We calculated in profit and loss account. That is 24,700. So 1 lakh, 6,000, 1,000, 24,700. So this is what the total shareholders fund. Non-current liability is nil. Current liability, only one current liability is there, that is 13,000. Total liability plus capital is 1,44,700. So this should be taken as 100. So if 144,700 is 100, what is 1 lakh, which is 69.1? What is 6,000? It is 4.15. What is 1,000? It is 0.69%. What is 24,700? Which is 17.08. What is 13,000? Which is 8.98. Totally, sum of all these is 100. Then total asset side, non-current assets, land, building, machinery, furniture. So deduct, try to understand depreciation. There is no depreciation on land, there is depreciation on building, there is depreciation on machinery, there is depreciation on furniture. So total non-current asset minus depreciation is 50,700. Liability, current assets, bills receivable, debtor, stock, bank, cash. Total current assets is 94,000. Total non-current asset plus current asset is total asset, which is 1,44,700. Once we arrived at total asset, so calculate, consider it as 100. Then calculate each and every other item based relationship with this total total assets. So land is 6.91% of total asset. Building is 16.93, machinery is 9.34, furniture is 1.87, bills receivable is total current non-current asset is 35.05%, bills receivable is 1.38% of total assets, 29.02 debtors, then stock is 20.73, bank is 8.98, cash is 4.84, total current assets is 64.95% of total assets. 64.95 plus 35.05 is 100, which is total current asset, which we have already considered as 100. So while calculating sum of total non-current asset and total current asset, you need to arrive at 100. In case if there is some points of difference, so make adjustment in the digits after decimal points. Did you get my point? So this is all about financial statement analysis. So far we discussed in detail about what exactly is financial statement analysis, why we need financial statement analysis, what are different types of financial statement analysis, and what are different methods to analyze financial statements, such as what is that, comparative financial statement, common size statement, trend percentages, ratio analysis, fund flow analysis, cash flow analysis, all ratio analysis, all techniques or methods to analyze financial statement. Again, we discussed we concentrated on first three techniques only. You know that we concentrated on comparative financial statement, we concentrated on common size statement, we concentrated on trend percentages. So in addition to solving certain problem which was sent you through notes, I even solved some additional problems on trend percentages and common size statements. What you need to do is you have to concentrate on how I prepare comparative financial statement, common size statement and trend analysis. How I did trend analysis. And you must be in a position to comment on it. That is very much important. So when you know that, I have already explained you what are the guidelines you need to follow while commenting on balance sheet. What are the guidelines you need to follow while commenting on income statement? You need to follow those guidelines. So based on change in sales and change in profit, you can comment on operating efficiency and even on the overall efficiency based on net profit. So, but just by looking at sales, you cannot, just by looking at increase in sales, you cannot comment the organization is performing well. You need to concentrate on what happened to the cost of goods sold, whether it get increased or decreased. It should get decreased. Then only your profitability increases. Again, while commenting on current assets, working capital position, you need to concentrate on working capital, which is difference between current asset and current liability. So what is the total current assets? What is the total current liability? So whether investment on current asset is more or current liability is more. If investment on current asset is more, organization is not financing from current liability, it is financing from non-current liability. That is what it indicates. Again, you need to comment on long-term financial position by comparing investment on current asset with investment on what is that, a long-term loan or long-term liability plus shareholders fund. So establishing relationship between non-current liability, shareholders funds to investment on current asset or non-current liability and investment on fixed asset. So you can comment on financial position, particularly long term. Try to understand, while commenting on long term, you need to compare investment on non-current liability, investment on fixed asset in relation to what is that, non-current liability. Try to understand, in relation to non-current liability. Again, you have to concentrate whether non-current liability of organization increase over a period of time or share capital increase. If share capital increase, organization relying on traditional way of raising funds by issuing shares. If non-current liability increase, means organization relying more and more on debt, both secured or unsecured long-term debt to raise the fund. This is what the relationship explains us. So by establishing relationship between related items, we need to comment. Before commenting on financial statement analysis, analysis you get based on given financial statement, concentrate on guidelines to be followed. Very, very important. That's all. Only one chapter is left, that is mutual fund. We will see that chapter particularly from next session onwards. Thank you. Take care.